Hey guys, my name is Coral. Welcome to my channel again. If you're here, you're watching me. And today, kind of coincidentally, but like kind of perfectly, I have the TBR tour of my science fiction books. And it's kind of perfect because by the time I post this, the Tome Infinity readathon will have started, which is a readathon dedicated to reading science fiction books. So, how much more perfect could I get? If you have not watched any of these shelf TBR tours, I'm only going through the books that I own and haven't read. So, these are not all the science fiction books I've read, or these are not all the science fiction books I own, but it's not that big of a collection compared to some of the other genres I have. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you anything about these books. I'm gonna show you the cover, I'm gonna put them down and forget about them for forever. Just kidding, not for forever, but definitely for a while. So the first book I have here is Pines by Blake Crouch. I read his book Dark Matter and I really loved it. I read that. I actually got an arc of that before it came out. It was like one of the first arcs I ever got, which was very exciting, and it was a great book. If you haven't read it, I definitely think you should. I just haven't read any of his other books. I also have The Seclusion by Jackie Castle. Oh boy. I have the, is there a name for this? The Ender Quartet, I feel like it is. Although I'm not sure if it's just only 4 books anymore. But I have these 4. I have Fellside by M.R. Carey. I really loved The Girl with All the Gifts and then just like never read this one. I'm not even sure if those ones are like related, but I also have A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. I don't know. Burgess is probably what it is, huh? I have The Heart Goes Last and The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Still haven't read The Handmaid's Tale. I have an arc of The Wolf Road by Beth Lewis. Some of these, like, I've had so long that I'm not even really sure if they are, maybe this one's not science fiction. Some of these I looked up what they were shelved under on Goodreads to like figure what they were about, and this one might not be science fiction. Because at the very top, in black letters, it says, a chilling psychological thriller. So maybe this has been misshelved all along. And you know what? This is probably not the only one. So let me know if you've read The Wolf Road. Well, I think that one's gonna get unshelved. But if there are any other ones on here that you've read and you're like, that's not science fiction, just like, let me know. I also have The Alchemists of Loom. This one my husband bought me, like the rare actual book that like he's picked out for me. I haven't known about it and he's gifted it to me, which is so nice. But then I'm like, why does nobody get me books? And probably that's because when they buy me books, they sit on my shelf for 3 years. Like that one. I have The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. Is she related to the Kincaid of Kincaid's Cave? Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This one was advertised as like a Tomb Raider science fiction, which I'm all about. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read this right away. And then I didn't. So typical. I have this recent by Dare Mighty Things by Heather Kaczynski. Another recent one, The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. I'm hoping that I don't let this sit too long. I don't know, you guys. My reading, like, the way I pick things to read is so dumb and weird. Oh. This is another book my husband bought me. The Wanderers by Meg Howry. I read 30 pages of this. And I don't know why I stopped. I also have Wool by Hugh Howey. I have Feed by Mira Grant That is one of Seanan McGuire's pen names. I really loved what I've read of her so far, but still haven't picked this up, despite having it for probably like 5 years, I think. I also have Normal by Warren Ellis. This I picked up at a library book sale for like $1. This is Vox by Christina Dolcher. And I like feel so icky when I see places selling ARCs, but like this is a book that I really wanted to buy. But then I'm like, but also like this isn't a finished copy, so like if I want to read it, do I feel like I'll be compelled to pick up a finished copy and reread it? I don't know. Why did I do this? This was a poor decision. It was only $1. There's a couple ARCs in here that are ARCs, but not ARCs that I requested. They're like with thrift books. If any of you buy books from there, I love buying used books. But like 4 or 5 times I've bought a book and received an ARC copy of that book, which is like not what I paid for. And so like nobody will rebuy those, rightfully nobody will rebuy those because they're not supposed to be sold afterwards. So I like don't know what to do with them. And it sucks because it's like I spent money on this and I have a fucking ARC copy, which shouldn't have been resold. And that's my hot take. I also have The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. This book, I was so excited when I got it. It has such a cool cover. It's like, kind of like, I don't really know if the lighting's right for this. It's kind of like The Grip of It, the book A Grip of It, where like the cover has like writing on it that you can only see in the right light. I also have The Final Sixth by Alexandra Monier, Hemlock Grove by Brian McGreevy. I also have The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I've never read any of his books. I'm not really sure if this is technically science fiction. I feel like it was like post-apocalyptic, and like I feel like his books are categorized as horror sometimes, but then I know people who like say that it's just like kind of literary fiction with like really dreadful elements. I also picked up one of the X-Files Origins books. This one is Devil's Advocate by Jonathan Mayberry. I believe this one is the one about, it's the one about Scully, and then there's like a companion to it about like the origin of Fox Mulder. Oh my god, I love the X-Files so much. It was a show that was so absorbing and equally fucking terrifying. When I was a kid, like the X-Files would come on and the theme music would play and I was so fucking terrified of it. And do you guys remember that episode where there was like, man, I don't know if I've watched this since becoming an adult because it scared me so much when I was a kid, but it's that episode where there's that thing and it's like traveling through the sewers and it's like kind of humanoid and it like lives off people somehow. I can't remember if it's like a blood drinker, but I do remember it bites you, but its mouth was like circular and it had these really long sharp teeth and it was so scary. I feel like when I was little there was a part that I watched where it like bit somebody in a porta potty. And that scared me so fucking bad. I don't know. I don't really need to rewatch the X-Files, huh? Anyways, I have The Young Elites and the Rose Society by Marie Lu. I also have Prodigy, but I guess I didn't grab that off my shelf for some reason. The only book I've read by her is Legend, which is the start of the series that Prodigy's in, and then like the Rose Society and Young Elites were in a different series, and then I never read those. I don't know why. I also have Infected by Scott Sigler. I believe this is another zombie novel. I have Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I also have the second and third books in the Bone Season series. This is The Mime Order and The Song Rising, which are honestly like some of the most beautiful books I own. If you watched my video on my favorite covers, these were featured in that. I also have Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston, The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson, and I think this is the only Lauren Oliver book I own, but this is Replica. And what drew me to this is that it's half the book is a story told by this person, and then you flip it over and half the book is written by this person. Only a couple more left, you guys, like maybe 10. Next I have Dustlands by Moira Young. I believe this is another dystopian book that I just haven't read. I also have The Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. I also have Born by Jeff Vandermeer. I have the last two books in the Area X trilogy, which is Authority and Acceptance, also by Jeff Vandermeer. I read the first one and I didn't really like it, so I don't know if I'm gonna read the other ones. I have New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson, Extreme Makeover by Dan Wells, The Atrocity Files by Charles Stross. This is a series that I've really looked forward to starting, and I haven't. I have An Arc of the Beast of Cretaceous by Todd Strasser. This is a book that I was referring to, an arc that I bought not knowing it was an arc. It was advertised as a regular ass fucking paperback, and nobody's supposed to be selling arc copies, but here it is, and now I have no way of getting rid of it. Okay, and this is the last book actually. This is Avengers of the Moon by Alan Steele. I have cute little fangs by my feet. My thing. She loves the camera. You're just made for the camera, aren't you, Wei Fang? She has creepy little people eyes. Okay, this is me cutting out 5 minutes of me kissing my cat when I edit. Just kidding. It was only 3 minutes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is kind of like a really, kind of just like, Wei Fang, like a weird thrown together video. I know it's not very cohesive. I had to stop filming this like 4 times to take care of other stuff. My schedule's like super strange now that my child is back in school, so I can't just like film during like the morning like I used to. So I'm still trying to like carve out pieces of the day for me to film like a normal person. And like my schedule isn't even very busy, it's just like different. So like for those of you that have like full-time jobs and kids to wrangle or not, or like people who are going to school, or like fucking anybody, like congratulations, good job, you're doing great, sweetie. Did you need to hear that from anyone? Did you need to hear that from me? I'm here telling you it. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Look out for my Tome Infinity blog because I'm going to start doing that. I'm filming this the day before it starts, so it'll be like to you the day after it starts, and then I'm going to start vlogging the day it starts. So mark it on your calendars. I don't know, it'll probably be like next week. I think I might just, since it's a 2-week long readathon, I might do like week by week. I don't know. Do you guys care? I don't know. Anyways, I will see you guys in another video soon. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!